It's not to be a bourbon. I don't think there's a specification on it. I've never read that before, but every distillery is. Exactly. You got rules to go by. Everybody's got their own little sugar here. Is everybody in? I think so. Still waiting? We're in. Okay. Everybody, you all are in Warehouse A. This is one of our oldest and smallest warehouses. At capacity, and this is just shy of capacity, it holds about 4,000 barrels. If you all came through Loretto and you saw all of our warehouses there's 25 of those warehouses. The bigger ones, they hold about 50,000 barrels. We have 31 warehouses total. The majority of them are right there in Loretto. We have 4 up on top of the hill, 2 on campus here, and there's a couple over in the next county. To put our bourbon in perspective here in Kentucky, Maker's Mark has to its name about 400,000 aging bourbon barrels. There's about 2.4 million people as a population in this state. There's 2.6 million and growing aging bourbon barrels in this state. So we have a very small part of the pie, but we still have a big, it's a lot still. It's what's being called a bourbon boom here in Kentucky, and it's not been booming since the 60s. Even in the 60s doesn't touch where it is right now as far as bourbon demand and consumption. So if you like bourbon, it's a good time for you. It's a great time for Maker's Mark. The way we age our bourbon, our quality lab that I pointed out for the little cream color around the doorway, that's where we spend the majority of our money here at Maker's Mark. You have to make sure with your bourbon that your White Dog product, that clear that comes off the still, before it goes into a barrel, you have to make sure it's perfect. Because the thing with bourbon is, if it goes into the barrel and something's wrong with it, it's only going to get worse as it ages. And with bourbon, you can't add anything to it before it goes into the barrel. You can't add anything to it if it comes out of the barrel tasting bad, because that makes it a liqueur or it makes it a whiskey. We make bourbon and bourbon only here at Maker's Mark. So we perfect that White Dog, make sure it's perfect before it gets put into a barrel. Our barrels are made by Independent Stave. That's our cooperage. A cooperage is what you call a place that actually constructs your barrels, and that's all they do. They do woodwork. So it is a rule that to have a bourbon from a whiskey, you have to have an American white oak barrel that has never been anything before. So basically, it was a tree. It was cut down specifically for a bourbon barrel. Maker's Mark is a little bit pickier with their wood, though. We actually want it to sit outside seasoning for 9 months before it's ever put into that barrel shape. We want the wood very well rounded. That's how we like our bourbon. So once it's put into that barrel shape, they do a 40-second flame charring on the inside of that barrel. 40 seconds is somewhere between a 2 and a 3 on the char levels. If you've been doing the bourbon trail, everybody else refers to their level as a char level instead of the actual timing. I don't know why. That's how they do it. So we're very low considering everybody else's. Most other people's char levels are 4, 5, or 6. Ours is lower because the thing with charring is when you burn that wood, it opens the wood fiber, starts to release the oak flavor into your bourbon. We didn't want that to happen. We want a subtle amount of oak with our bourbon because we have a subtle amount of grain in our White Dog. You're going to get to taste our White Dog product when we get into the tasting room, but it does, and you will find, have a subtle amount of grain to it. We don't want it to be overshadowed with the wood. We don't want our grains to overshadow the wood either. So we need to make sure it's very well balanced going into age because that way it comes out well balanced and the way that we like our Maker's Mark to reach our standard. So once we get a great barrel, we've got a good White Dog, we put those together, we seal it up. First place it goes in the warehouse is to the very top. So it goes to the top because the top part of the warehouses are always the hottest. Right now, at the peak of our summer here in Kentucky, all the warehouses are about 130 degrees plus at the very top. So basically that White Dog is in there doing a lot of work. In the summer, that's when your White Dog is working very hard to become that bourbon. The fibers open up because that wood is hot, and that bourbon goes in and out of that wood to pull the flavor, to pull the color. Flavor that comes out of a white oak barrel, you're going to find it to taste like caramel and vanilla. Those are the natural sugars that you get from a bourbon. It's a natural product. You can't add anything after. It's very popular right now to put cinnamon and honey. Not a bourbon anymore. It started out as a bourbon, not after you put those flavors in there. So that's why typically you're going to taste caramel and vanilla with your bourbon, because that's the sugar that the barrel naturally has to offer. So as it's aging, 3 years up in that hot temperature, after 3 years, it gets rotated down for roughly another 3 years in the lower levels of the warehouse. And I say roughly because we never, ever base our bourbon on an age here at Maker's Mark. So you will never find on our label aged 4 years, aged 6 years, because every year we taste it. We taste every batch every year to make sure it's exactly on track with tasting like what our standards should taste like. Typically, it's going to age in that barrel for 5 years, 9 months to 6.5 years. We don't go past the 6.5 year point, because at that point, our founder discovered that the barrel is tapped out for sugar. So when I mean it's tapped out for sugar, it means that alcohol is set in there and it's pulled past all the sugars and it starts to strip into tannins. Tannins are the woody, bitter fibers you find in that oak, and you can find that a lot of the times in a Chardonnay. Perfectly good in a woody Chardonnay, not good in a Bill Samuel sweet bourbon. So we don't leave it past that point. Something else that we do in here to age that no one else does, it's an old-fashioned tradition. Our warehouse guys go out and hand rotate our barrels. 40 to 45,000 every year get hand rotated. And that's roughly nowhere near what we've got for our full capacity of barrels, but it's making sure that by the time that they get dumped and bottled, they've been rotated about twice to make sure every drop in there has got to rest against that exterior wood to really go in, pull the flavor and pull the color to become that Maker's Mark that we want it to be. Does anybody have any questions about the aging process with the normal Maker's Mark before we talk about 46?
You're saying you don't use the barrels over 6.5 years?
We do not let it sit in the barrel for past 6.5 years, no.
You still
Usually,
use the barrels?
No. A barrel's only used once to be a bourbon. One and done. Our barrels go to Scotland for Lefroy Scotch. Whoever has that. Yes. So about 98% of them go to Scotland, 2% of them go to a cooperage/broker in Louisville, and anybody can purchase them.
What do you do if you find a batch that's not good?
The White Dog or the bourbon? Well, when we bottle our bourbon, we marry. So we take 150 barrels, marry it together. And I've tasted our bourbon out of the barrel. Like, it's delicious. But there's always a slight difference. Even if it's from the same batch, one of them is going to be a little tartar than the other, one of them is going to be sweeter, one of them is going to be slightly, because we don't make a bitter bourbon here at Maker's Mark, but it's going to have a slight bitter taste compared to the other two. So we take 150 barrels, marry them together. So when you drink our bourbon, 150 barrels went into making that tank that filled your bottle. So we do that to keep that consecutive flavor. So when they come out of the barrel, you're never going to find that it's not terrible. It's just going to taste slightly bitter here, so just a little bit different. But we marry them so every drop you've ever had of Maker's Mark and every drop you'll always have has that exact flavor. So, and that's what they do over the lab. Anybody else?